So, Coach Kazama, who was a scam tekken coach, who I was talking about. Well, this video, let me see here. This video right here, 10 months ago. Right. So, and just to get some information here, let's read the description. So, a cyber person, I talked to a cyber person. I disagree with his pricing, but he's not a scam coach. What he's doing actually, makes sense based on the product that he's offering. Trezzy the rapper, now a disgraced Tekken player because of the bullshit that he perpetrated against me, and I basically blew him up on stream for that shit. I don't care what he's up to now, but just to give a short backstory on what happened with that. Somebody clipped the video of me on stream and sent it to him. Well, I was saying in T7 I used to basically just put pause on his gen, and his gen wasn't that good, and he had issues with one jab. But they clipped the end of it out of context where I was saying, but I couldn't beat his Yoshi, so maybe that was just a character specialization thing, or maybe, he just don't play gen that much. And he got severely offended. So bro called me a clout chaser, told me to play a money match, yada, yada, yada. I said, you will probably win the money match. I'm not interested in that. I'm just saying what happened, like, historically, and you have a good day or whatever. He blocked me. Then I sent him a raid on the stream. He called me a clout chaser. That's when it became personal beef because it was bullshit. Because I was trying to extend the olive branch and be nice about that. Then what happened was I released this video, Tekken Coaching Epidemic. It's privated now, but you can see that it has like 829 views. It's like, this is the most viewed video on my channel, but I don't want my channel to necessarily be about a bunch of bullshit drama. So, he was doing his shitty, coaching thing with some player named like Lucid Rose or some bullshit that was like I think it was like a red rank Kaz, I think, or something like that. If that dude wants to reach out to me, I will help him or whatever, so he can actually learn how to play the game, because I've been doing this coaching thing for multiple years now. I do it for free. You can put, you can send me some money on CASHAPP, whatever, if you want to support it. I don't really care. I don't really like Tekken 8 currently, but I'm just trying to help people. I would like to see people improve. Some of the people that I've coached is like God 2 right now on Kazuya and a bunch of other stuff. But back to what I was talking about. So he was coaching some dude or whoever sent him sent him this video. He watched like 2 minutes of it. Let me just skip. I'ma just give the backstory. Now, a cyber person is fine, by the way. I just want to make that clear so people don't misunderstand what I'm talking about. I talked to him. We had a conversation about his prices and stuff. He explained that basically what his pricing is essentially, basically you can hit him up basically any time of the day and he'll get back to you like within a certain amount of time. It seems like he doesn't sleep that much. So I may disagree with the pricing, but it's fully featured that he is a competent enough player to actually help you improve at the game long term. I'm not one of those people this is another thing that people misunderstood about me with this whole situation. I'm not one of those people that want to discredit people for making money. I don't care if you make money coaching. I only care about the quality of the product. I only care that the players is actually being helped long term. So that's why we're here again today. Just to talk about this Coach Kazama situation, because it's honestly ridiculous. But the issue is that Coach Kazama is not the only one. There is still a paid coaching epidemic that is going on currently that people are not talking about, right? So look, let me just see. I have been, well, as I mentioned in the intro video, I've coached a lot of people to GOD in their first Tekken and stuff. Now keep in mind that this is from January. Coach Kazama and Trezzy the rapper, who are the three ones on Metafy. And also I just want to put this out as a disclaimer. Trezzy was sent a clip by somebody who, yeah, but that's talking about that. Again, I'm not here to reignite some beef or some other bullshit. I'm just here to explain what my issue is. Wait a minute, let me just turn that up so you can see what happened. This is how he blew up his career.
Video right there. He just said we're scamming and his coaching's free. He's just promoting himself off my name. Okay, bro. All right, bro. Can y'all go on this video right here and report this man, please? Can y'all go ahead and just report this man, bro? Tell him to get my meat out of his mouth, bro. I just don't like.
Misinformation.
I'm tired of hearing this, bro.
Now, as you can see, I'm not reigniting beef, but he deleted this video, and let's look at the time. 10 months ago. Then I did a stream clowning his music, clowning his advice, you know, all these other things. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that was the best way to handle it, but I'm from Baltimore. If you know anything about people from Baltimore, if you do that type of bullshit, you should expect them to just be off the chain, like when they actually respond to you. I recommend very thoroughly that you avoid putting Baltimore people in them type of situations, because you know, we will get kind of ignorant. Use cans if you think you're going to get hit. This is some of the advice that he gave one of the people that I've coached that is now like God of destruction. You want to get hit, cans doesn't have much range. They were playing Jun at the time. When someone's close, you want to use cans, and when someone's far, you want to use back three. Play against Ghost more. Play against Ghost more. Use can. So understand that this is the quote unquote paid coaching that we're dealing with. Coaching in quotes. So after all this happened, one of the things that people focused on with my entire thing that I was talking about was the fact that that Trizzy said in one of those videos, cause I reviewed like one or two of them videos on stream, people found this out. There was a Twitter account named I forgot what it was named, but they clipped the thing of Trizzy saying that Rain of Full Cross Down 4-4 is still a high crush like 4 or 5 months after the patch that removed that property on the move. So I just want to reiterate what I was talking about in this paid coaching epidemic video. Listen, I don't care about people making money. You're not going to see me sitting here complaining about Joey Fury. You're not going to see me sitting here complaining about XYZ people. This is the thing. And if these people that I'm about to name see this, I want you to listen to me carefully, because I'm not personally attacking you. I'm not calling you a scammer. But I just need to say this to illustrate the point of what I'm talking about. Now listen, I've coached people that paid speed kicks money, like 120 and above money. I've coached people that paid speed kicks a good amount of money, right? And they were not satisfied with what they got. I've seen people that paid I think it's pepper beef too spicy, not satisfied with what they got, right? I've seen a bunch of people that paid all these different like people. The people I haven't really heard anybody say I'm not satisfied have been like Ty, Joey Fury, all these other people. Now, the people I just named are not scam coaches. Now, I might disagree with the pricing for some of those people, but Speed Kicks has at least the pedigree to charge, that amount of money. But the thing is, and this is my issue. This is my issue, because this is what people didn't understand in the first place. And again, I'm not attacking Speed Kicks. I'm not calling them a scam coach. I feel like I have to keep reiterating that, because people didn't understand what the fuck my original purpose was and what my original point was with this coaching thing. Listen. Speed Kicks understands tekken. The thing is with coaching is that not every student that you get coaching wise is going to necessarily be a good fit for your teaching style or all these other things. That's just a given. That's just the truth. I give people coaching for free, so they don't lose anything paying for it, right? So that's unavoidable. Some students you might not be able to give every student what they need. You might not be able to get them the most helpful advice. A lot of those people that he coached did not get what they need out of it, and then they found me, through whichever means, and then I helped them out, and I helped them get to basically what they were trying to do or get better at the game. I'm not sitting here trying to attack Speed Kicks. I'm not sitting here attacking Pepper Beef Too Spicy. I'm telling y'all the realities of what I've seen. Now listen. When you have a coach like Trizzy or you have a coach like Coach Kazama, then it's scam territory because they don't understand the game. They don't understand the character that they're coaching you on in a lot of cases, right? Because, again, there's another clip of Trizzy telling people to use he was telling people to use COD's FF3 as a mix-up tool. That is not correct. It's a tool you use as a defensive keep-out launcher or as a fuzzy break tool. I covered that in my straight up Tekken series. This is the first time you seeing like any of my videos. Please go to my thing. Go to the playlist. It's called Straight Up Tekken. You can go ahead and watch that entire series for free. Everybody that's watched that series went up like 2-3 ranks, or if not 2 to 3 rank blocks, depending on where they started at. Right? So, but no. You have Coach Kazama sitting here who was like hard stuck Emperor in season 1, charging people $250 for Fusion. And not only that, Coach Kazama is going around copyright striking Joe Budden, Mike Hollow, a bunch of other people, because he got into it with Nova Saikin, you know, who's a player that people have issues with because he's telling the truth about the issues in Tekken 8, because Coach Kazama's brain is too fucking small to understand what Nova Saikin is talking about, because he's objectively correct. If you go and look at the way that the character works, I'm a legacy Fang player. I started in T7 season 2, right? I'm telling you right now, get on Tekken Tag 2, pick Fang, go into training mode, record yourself doing KBD, and see how bad his range is on his buttons. You had to be an actual specialist in the game. You had to have a high-level understanding of the game to be able to play Fang before Tekken 7, Season 3, and Season 4. And even Season 2 and Season 1, they nerfed the skill required to play him because the backdash and the sidestep was weaker in that game anyway. The movement in T7 sucks. I don't like T7 I started. I much prefer Tag 2, T6, T5 VR, even Tag 1. You know, maybe on some days some Tekken 3. You know, but I'm a student of the game. I'm not the best player. I'm not like the highest level of players, but I'm a good analyst. I'm a damn good analyst. I'm damn good at teaching people the fundamentals of the game and giving them a fundamental foundation to understand the game. This coaching business is a cancer and a malignant tumor on the Tekken community. Well, let me go on Metafy. I'm going to go on Metafy, right? So look. If I go to Tekken 8 on Metafy, let me just go right here. Abu Kakar, $49. I don't know. I have no reference for this dude if he's good or not. But that's $49. A cyber person, and I keep saying I had a conversation with him. You know, I see what's going on. K-Wiz is an actually like tested player. Joke is a tested player. Now I might disagree with $170, but he has to prepare for tournament, so I can understand that. Ty stuff is good. $7 for an up-to-date Brian guide, a written guide, right? $7 for an up-to-date Brian beginner guide with all this information in it. So this actually took time, and it's $7. That's $7, bro. Like, that's $7. We go to Coach Kazama. Look at this. We have Fergus right here. Legitimately, like, great fucking... Just a legitimately great, you know, Oscar player. Just a legacy Oscar player. Abu Kakar, 538 subs. I mean, I don't really know what that is in the context of this, but... well, that's communities, right? Well, look, let's go here. Pro Guys Lord Xavier. I don't even know who that is. But look. Coach Kazama is right here. And look, there's the thing. When I made that first video, right? When I made that first video, there was more like people in here doing this coaching shit that I don't have no clue, no frame of reference for, that probably should not have been coaching. So like, I have no clue who Super Brian is. I'm not gonna sit here and call people scams. I know who Duke Glider is. I'm not gonna sit here and just say people were scamming just off of this thing. But Anya, I mean, I can't really give you advice on that. This is free. Child of ruler, I mean, he okay. But see, like, we have pepper beef right here. Now, I'm not sitting here saying pepper beef is ass. What is this? $200, $85. Like, these prices are... Who the fuck is Hisa? Who is this? Spot in the world for Lydia? For $500? Like, I will always think that $500 is crazy. Grand Kentaro? Grand Kentaro don't even play T8 like that no more, I don't think. I'm not coming for him again. I hate that I have to keep sitting here and saying that I'm not coming for XYZ people. But I have to, because people just did not understand what I was talking about, like, in the past. Max draw. But like, let me just get to my 3 main points. So, let me just get to my 3 main points, because again, it's a shame that I have to sit here and restate this repeatedly, but these are really the 3 main points that I was talking about with that entire Trezzy situation. Number 1, you cannot be offering paid coaching and giving people incorrect information and not going out of your way to correct it. That is not acceptable. We cannot accept that in the first place. Number 2, the majority of the coaching in the Tekken community, in my opinion, is primary source rather than supplemental. You have no clue. I've literally coached like 50 people or so, I want to say, since Tekken 8 has come out. And I want to say at least 35 of them paid for coaching from Trezzy, paid for coaching from Coach Kazama, paid for coaching from XYZ person. And they had no understanding of one jab. They had no understanding of down 4-1. They had no understanding of any of these things. Right? And as a coach, because this is my biggest issue, as a coach, people ask me to make straight up Tekken, right? And I went out of my way to do that. This is just a bottle of Coke. I went out of my way to make straight up Tekken, even though I wasn't feeling the game anymore, because people asked me to try and put the stuff that I normally teach into a digestible video series, right? And I did that. Now the series is drawing boring. I'm planning to remake it, but majority of these coaches, they don't. This is one thing I have to give Trezzy. At least Trezzy was uploading his VOD, so you understand what you're paying for. The majority of these coaches are not they're not releasing free content. They're not doing anything that actually help the community substantially, that doesn't like help their wallet. They're not doing that. They're just selling coaching, quote unquote coaching or whatever, that's what you want to call it. They're selling it to get money in their pocket, and they're not actually helping the community in any substantial way. Are players and people entitled to your time, like making that content? No. But the thing is that if the coaching is something that people are buying, again, like I said, maybe 35 out of 50 people I coached said they bought coaching because they felt like the information was not readily available, the information wasn't available for them to go and understand the stuff themselves. That means that there's a problem with the coaching, because instead of it being supplemental, right? Instead of it being supplemental, it's something you buy that's extra. It's something that you feel you need to buy as a primary source. That's not acceptable, and we need to do better. There needs to be more free videos. There needs to be more free guides. People need to pay for coaching because they feel like they need extra help, not because they feel like that's the only way they can get the information at all. So that's the second point. But the third point is just that the pricing is ridiculous. The pricing is ridiculous. The majority of people that are selling this coaching do not have no business charging the amount of money they're charging for this thing. Joey Fury charging like $75, fair. Joker charging like $75, fair. Speed Kicks charging $75, fair. Some of these players, like this, even on this Metafy, who the hell are you? Who are you? No, seriously, like, who are you? Like, even if you're known in your region, I've been around Tekken and playing Tekken for like 7 years at this point. So if I've never heard of your name before in X region, it's quite possible. Like, it's quite possible that I don't know who you are. But the thing is that it's a combination of too many factors that's ridiculous, because people are dead ass sitting here basically scamming and grifting either intentionally or unintentionally. Like, being wrong in the way that Coach CASHAPP is, where he's sitting here saying the Steve Flicker 2 is Flicker forward 2, which is whatever. That's misspeaking. But he thinks that it's minus 14. You dumbass. That is a minus 5 move. The move you are thinking of, FF2. And then you want to talk about how, oh, well, Jin Jun and who was it? It was Jin Jun and somebody. It was Jin Jun and Reina. He said had an 11 frame Magic 4. No. Jin Magic 4 and T5 was like 18 frame. T6 was 13. Then it was 13 from like T6 to T8. Jun had a 12 frame Magic 4 in basically every Tekken game, I think. Not even in like Tekken 2 or whatever did she have a 11 frame Magic 4. But I genuinely am tired of having to make these videos, because people don't understand that I'm making these videos trying to be for the benefit of the community. I'm not sitting here making these videos because I want to get in the beef with Speed Kicks, or I want to get in the beef with Trizzy and all this other shit. I'm not interested in doing that. And like I said, Speed Kicks is not a scam coach. It's just going to be that some people that you coach, is not going to work out for them. But that's one of the reasons I'm an advocate for some of these prices coming the hell down. And Speed Kicks has made free videos like Elias old videos, like the KBD guide. The thing he was doing with like Brian's jab analysis and you know, like knee using Brian's jab and like Tekken 5 and stuff. Pepper Beef has made free videos, I think. Now I don't know why he's charging $200. I think it was 200. Wait, let me go to the top of this page. Like, this is what I mean. So he had this for $85. Let me just click on this. Wait a minute, let me just see this real quick. So we have beginners Tekken 8 from zero experience to game ready. Please message me before purchase for $200. I'm not calling this a scam. I just want to know why this is $200, because not even saying the information necessarily in it isn't worth it. But this is the thing. Intro to your character, 1 hour. Basic mechanics focus every stage. This could have been these two things right here could have probably been YouTube videos. How to apply offense, cast attack and 8 in summary, could have been YouTube videos. Framework for self-improvement, how to apply defense, could have been YouTube videos. How to use training mode or replays effectively, definitely should be a YouTube video. And then practice games. So the only thing here that essentially that is supplemental in this entire package, and I'm not trying to shit on Pepper Beef again. I'm tired of having to repeat myself, but I'm not trying to shit on these players for offering these things. The only things here that are not supplemental is practice games 1, practice games 2, practice games 3. The rest of these should be a YouTube video, right? So you can go like, okay, well, I made these videos, right? If you like what you see with these videos, you can come and purchase this package, and we can expand on this together, right? We can expand on this together, you know, and go into more depth with these topics to something that's specifically tailored to your needs, rather than other things. There's a very big lack of free video content, free content in general, that'll actually help people learn the game. If I go here, now this video was privated now because, again, and just for the last time in this video, cyber person is not a scammer. We had a conversation and it was whatever. Trizzy was basically a scammer. He basically disappeared off the earth after trying to have people report bomb my content. And Coach CASHAPP, we already know how that's going based off of this shit, where he's sitting here copy striking people. And I was telling people from jump that if you pay for Coach CASHAPP coaching, to an extent, you gotta take responsibility for that. And I'm not saying, oh, well, you know, it's their fault for not knowing that bro was a scammer. I'm saying that if you know that that's what's happening, you need. I would like for people to also start speaking out about this types of things besides me, because I really sat here and had to you know, I sat here and I had to you know, put myself in the line of fire to bring light to this stuff, and now people is actually like catching up to the situation. But so look, if I go to playlist right here and I go to straight up tekken, let me just go here. Look at this. This playlist. Look at this playlist. 26 videos total. Well, actually, no, it might be 27. Yeah, it's 27 videos. 27 videos of free content that I'm going to remake, mind you. That I'm going to remake, because a lot of people told me it was too dry and it was too, you know, it was too, how do you call it? It was too, like, uninteresting, I guess you could say. But 27 videos of straight content, right? Just going over the actual basics of Tekken and all this other stuff. This is all I'm asking for. This straight up all I'm asking for. If you are not a scam coach, right? Just do what Speed Kicks and multiple other people have done in the past. Put out free content so when you go get the coaching, it's supplemental. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, you have to do this for free because I don't like it. I don't have an issue with you making this. I don't have an issue with you making money. I do this for free because it's the choices I make. I don't think the information that I'm giving people should be something that should cost money. I think it should have been democratized pretty much for Tekken to be learnable on your own without getting like supplemental assistance. And that would be doable if people actually release free content, free information, then all those other things and make it supplemental. And listen, if you are a coach and you see this video like you trying to do coaching, I promise you, your life will be easier if you put some content on YouTube so that every single person that you coach, you have an idea of what they should know already. I send people this straight up Tekken playlist and I tell them, let me know when you watched XYZ video so I can answer XYZ questions. And it makes my job way easier. And I'm just saying that at some point as a community, we need to actually look at the effect that this paid coaching shit is having on the community, where there's a lot of people that feel like they don't have the ability realistically to learn the game without, you know, paying in some way for some information because they feel like the information isn't necessarily readily available. And I don't like seeing that. I don't like hearing that. I don't like any of those things. And I think just in general that we need to do better about that, because that entire Trizzy situation did not have to happen. And the last thing I want to draw y'all attention to is I'm gonna just go back here real quick, right? Because I'm a dojo, 294 subs, 5 sessions, 1 guy. So listen.
Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
Now, 294 subs, right? Now, I know this is unfair. I know this is unfair. But let's do some math. So listen. 294 times 100 is $29,400. So if we assume, let's say for some reason that we assume that Coach CASHAPP, every person that subbed to him is at $100. Now we know that that's not correct. It's going to be a mix of that. So let's say instead, let's do this. So 294 times 60, that's $17,640. But even if, let's say we assume this, everybody is at the lowest tier, that's still $10,290.
Supposed to do, rolling through, steady patting them pockets, sell I'm stacking hole in two. Ching ching bling bling, catching cash and lump.
Cause 294 subs. 294 subs. So if all of them subs is at the lowest tier, we can assume that he's making $10,000 a month off of this coaching shit. And not only that, this is the last thing that I want to cover in this video, because I've seen a lot of people say this, and this is something that I want y'all to think about. This is the last thing I want to leave y'all with. The last thing that I want to talk about is I've seen a lot of people say that, is it really a scam if the customer that paid for it is fine with what they got? And let me tell you why that logic doesn't make sense. Let me tell you exactly why. I'm about to explain to you why that logic does not make sense, because people just don't understand this for some reason. This is why it doesn't make sense. I go out and I buy a can of string beans, right? Now, I get home and in my can of string beans, there's metal shards in it, and I cut my mouth on that. So then I send a complaint into the FDA, and they recalled the can of string beans because they found out that 2 out of the 10 cans of string beans is going to have metal shards in. In that situation, you aren't going to say, oh, well, I had the string beans and there was no metal in it, so I'm fine. You're going to go like, oh my goodness, I'm happy it was no metal in my string beans. It's a good thing they recalled that. That's going to be your position. But had you not known that there was a recall, you might be perfectly satisfied with that product. And it's the thing. That's what this is. These people that are satisfied with these products do not understand a lot of times how they are being robbed. They don't understand it. They just don't understand how they are being robbed. That's the problem. They are an unreliable narrator and an unreliable witness. And I'm not calling them stupid. I'm saying they don't understand how they are being robbed. Because that dude that was being coached by Trizzy or whatever, with the clip that blew up where he was saying that DF4 still high clutch is like 4 months at the patch. Trizzy didn't say, oh, well, I'm going to have to check the patch. He just said, oh, well, no, it's just still high crush. No, it's still high crush. I guess we're just doing it wrong. That's basically what he said. Same thing with Coach CASHAPP. Coach CASHAPP was sitting there reviewing that Nova Psychic video, who he also tried to send copy strikes to. He tried to send copy strikes to a lot of people. Word for you, you dirty dread-headed bitch. Word for you, just so you can understand. You ever heard of the Streisand effect? You know Barbara Streisand? When she had that beach house that was in like Miami or something, and she sued the newspapers for publishing the fact that she had a beach house that she didn't want people to know about, and then the story became like 15 times bigger, so then it made her situation way worse. That's what you did, Coach CASHAPP, and you're going to get yours. I promise you, you're going to get yours. You are finished. We are going to ensure that everybody knows what and who you are. Don't worry about it. Wherever you go, I hope that this bullshit that you try to do follows you like a cloud. Because you sitting there reviewing that Nova Psychic video saying, oh, he's low rank, he's blue rank. He's blue rank. I don't know why you're talking about a blue rank God Destruction. It took him like 2,500 games on the Oscar to get God of Destruction. Right? There's more people that get God Destruction like 200 games on their main character. He told me he been playing since Tekken 6. And he in that video talking about something, oh, Nova Psychic just complaining because he can't adapt to the game. He just wants to backdash out of everything. By the way, you are not a legacy player if you believe that in Tag 2, T6, T5 VR, and these old games that you could just backdash out of everything and it'll prevent you from having to play the game. That is not how them games work. Those games are far more aggressive than this game, even up close. Simply because you have to use pokes and stuff, because if they sidestep, because sidestep and backdash is strong enough, you get hit. So you have to actually do intelligent offense. You want to know about that shit because you are an Oscar playing scrub that's trying to scam people to the tune of $10,000 a month minimum off of your subs. So I'm not trying to hear that. And I'm not coming for all Oscar players. I'm saying you specifically are an Oscar playing scrub. You are the worst type of Oscar player that could possibly exist. Simply because I've seen the way that you play, and the only thing that your dumb ass do is parry. You do not actually play Asa. You are a disgrace to the character. But anyway, he was sitting there saying that he misspoke about Steve Flicker forward 2 being the input, when he didn't want to correct in the same video that Steve Flicker 2, which the actual input is -5 instead of -14, because he didn't know basic shit about the matchup. And these are the people that we have to look out for. These are the people that are scamming people, because you wouldn't know any better if you don't know anything about Steve and he's trying to tell you about Steve. You wouldn't know any better, and he's already proven that he won't correct himself. He did no research into it to see if he was correct. Did nothing like that. He just was like, oh man, well, you know, I was right and he was wrong. Only thing I did was misspoke. He intentionally was trying to hide the truth for that matter. And at this point, all I can say is, if you want to actually get some good free coaching, go ahead and join my Discord. If you want to give me money to support that, I have a Cash App. I got a few different ways you can do that. But I'm not going to sit here and shake you down for money, because I believe that the information should be free. The secrets of the quote unquote secrets of Tekken should be something that's accessible by everyone. And I'm trying to see that happen by having a lot more of these people that's offering paid coaching to actually put out information and put out videos on YouTube, so that the coaching is more supplemental. And that's just what needs to happen. So with that said, that's going to be it for me. I'll catch y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Peace.